Oh, oh, hello. Um, I know some of y'all out there watch my videos, but don't really watch my videos. You listen to them in the background, and that's the reason for having or having you're having a need to have long format. So this is going to be a long format. This is 40 minutes of me yapping, not about just anything, but about and a lot of frustration about me putting this thing here together. This is my Raspberry Pi with the touchscreen, 7-inch touchscreen, and basically I am putting the stacks together. This is it completed. This is the day after the main video, and there's a few more minutes of me installing this top SSD hat right there. There's still work that needs to be done, but at least for now, I have a much better idea of what I'm working with. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And that's okay. If you ask me, what am I doing? I don't really know what I'm doing. Some of it feels natural, some of it feels very, very strange, but I like it. I like the idea of it. I like the concept. I see why I'm being forced to buy a hat to put on there because apparently the guys at the Raspberry Pi Foundation, whatever they are, those guys came up with this idea of yes, there's a micro SD at the bottom that you can just plug in, and it's slow. It's not that fast, but they won't make a Raspberry Pi with an SSD attachment only because, at least right now, it makes it more expensive. So this is a inexpensive way to add something, and plus we have this entire crisis with memory prices being so high. Now I was able to find one of these guys here at a fairly decent price, but I got a longer one instead of the usual short ones that I'm used to playing. I have no idea. I got a small one around. I just had it in the video. You'll see the one that I showed you that I was about to put. Didn't work out. Well, it worked out, but it was a little bit of a pain, and I couldn't. Best way to say it. The fitment wasn't as good as it should have been because of the manufacturer that I chose for the hat. And when I keep saying the word hat, each one of these stacks here is considered to be a hat. So the Raspberry Pi has a hat on top, and it also has a hat on the bottom. And they're held together with these rods here. They call those stacks. So this is a very complex little tiny little thing. This is the next level above messing around with iPods. Okay, the classic iPod is one step above because all the attaching features is still here. Because an iPod is basically a mini computer. iPod Classic. Yeah. And I still have lots of ports that I can still do. I can do a dual screen with this thing if I wanted to. The capabilities are quite large. Quite large. Just gotta keep remembering to look at the green dot over here. So this is gonna be about 50 to this is like an hour of BS talking. You guys can just sit through and check out. And this time I won't say don't watch this video. This time I'm saying put this video in the background and do some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Work on your model kit. Work on building something that you want to keep. And at the end of the day, this whole thing, what I'm doing is building a cyber deck. I will have more ownership to it. I will like it more because it is something that I'm putting blood, sweat, and tears in. I don't usually work with something that is three-dimensional. I usually do stuff that is flat, like a drawing. A drawing is flat, and I can make it look three-dimensional, but this will be a three-dimensional device. I know it looks like a boom, 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 but it's not. It's actually a computer, and it's just weird. But I am enjoying this entire project, even though it just cost me another $35. But never mind that. It doesn't matter. That's how much I paid for the SSD. It was $128. So just remember, today is August the 10th. The minimum price you can get right now is $35.99 for 128 gigabytes. I'm pretty sure in the future the price is going to go up higher. So yeah, that's all I got to say about this here for now. Enjoy the video. Okay, so we're gonna do the project. We're gonna do the thing I've been trying to get done. But we're only going to put this Raspberry Pi physically together in its near final stage. I got more tape over here. I was not thinking about that. The tape is here to give me boundaries of what things are supposed to be inside of a frame. What are we going to do? We're going to add this hat onto this device here. At the bottom, we've got a touchscreen. The Raspberry Pi is in the top, and in the middle is going to be this, which is going to attach to an SSD to give me a lot more speed with storage space. We're using a alternative. This one I actually pulled from a computer that's a backup inside of my wife's older ThinkPad. So it's only got 16 gigabytes, which is the middle road of the minimum that you need for Raspberry Pi is 8. The max preferred is actually 32 gigabytes. So we're like kind of on the edge here. I don't feel like going upstairs to get more screwdrivers, so we're going to use whatever cheap stuff we have available right here, because I got a Radio Shack guy that's upstairs. The idea is to try to put it together using this type of stack here. So the very first thing I need to do is disassemble what I have already assembled. So this is being held together here. It's 1, 2, and then 2 more on the other side. We will not detach the fan at this point. There is no reason to do that. There we go. First one's out. Second one is, that one's out too. Physically came out. Is this magnetic or not? I think this is a magnetic screwdriver. So that's going to be very useful. I am sliding this around, and the only reason I'm sliding it around so confidently is I know there's still a screen shield on the touchscreen, so I'm not really messing up the touchscreen. And if you can see and hear that right there, that's the tab to peel that off. I'm not gonna do that to the very, very end when I absolutely know that I have my device where I want it to be. Oh, looks like the bottom of the stack is trying to come off with that one there. So it looks like I already have a stack on here. Yeah, there's already a stack on here. So let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, there's already a shorty on here. All right. So that is in. Put it back. Dag nabbit. Put it back. Come on, Carl. You gotta think this out, man. Is it shorter? I think it's the same as the other one I got over here. Just want to make sure it's the same. Yeah, it feels about the same. So what am I checking? I am checking to see if the one right here matches the ones that right here. It looked like they do match each other. So I had to buy an extra pack of screws that came with, looks like SSD holder slots, a bunch of nuts, a bunch of extra screws, and these are stack lengtheners. Both male and female sided, and a couple of them are double female, which is nice. Which is where I might have to put, I don't know, we'll figure this out. And, oh, it's right off camera. You can't see it. You can see right here is where the Samsung 128 SD that currently has my Raspberry Pi hard drive is located there. Okay, so, oh my God, we gotta do this in real time. So what we're gonna do is, I think the best way, oh, by the way, I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's see here. I wanna attach this to this, and is it going to avoid the fan? Yeah, if I do it this way, yeah, I think if I do it this way, I avoid hitting the fan. I think this, I got a graph around there somewhere. Oh, I'm gonna need that some. I have no idea where I put that thing. Oh, but that is it right there. That is it right there. Okay. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to end up doing. I'm not going to take that off. I'm going to grab one of these nuts here. Off screen. Grab one of these nuts here. Yep, that is magnetic. And I'm just going to drop you right there, guy. I'm not going to tighten it up too much. Grab another screw. And I'm going to put you right. Just need another one of those. It is a male, female. Give me one moment here. The other side. Male goes here. Bingo. Female goes right there. Tilt it a little bit and right in you go. There was a better way to do this here, but I think this will still do the job and visually see what the heck is going on here. Yeah, that is not completely on there just yet. I wonder, am I covering up the fan too much? I am questioning whether I'm covering the fan up. It looks like I'm doing this wrong. It looks wrong to me. What do I know? Okay. So that hat is, oh, there is space. Okay. Okay, so there, look, if you look here, there is a little bit of space there. Not a lot. There's a little bit of space there so that we can work with that. Okay, okay. It'll have something to go off of. And is that a taller one? Oh my God, that is tall. Oh my God, I'm using the wrong sizes. Ah. I mixed a short and a tall one together. So that is something I need to watch out for. Get these guys out of the way. I want the taller one. No, that is right. What am I doing here? No, they're the same size. Oh God, I'm doing this so badly. I'm glad I'm not doing this live. So let me repeat. I have no idea what I'm actually doing here. We're just going off on the fly. We're just doing stuff as best we can. Why does that look wrong? No, I did pick the wrong one. Oh, you're not smart. You're not CAT smart. Hang on. Clearly, you can see that I did this wrong. You see? Longer, shorter. There's 3 different sizes in here. I fear shorting stuff out less in 2026 than I did back in the 90s. Because a long time ago, very long time ago, when I had my first computer, I was doing something with it and I touched the motherboard and shorted it out. And I had to get a whole new motherboard. And it cost me a lot of dollars. It was like almost $100 to get another motherboard. And I was so mad at myself. And I said, you know, I'm not going to do this kind of stuff anymore. And most of the time I didn't do it unless I had to do a complete rebuild. I was into trying to redo small parts here and there. And I'm like, at some point I was like, nope, we're never going to do that again. We're just going to wait until you got to redo the entire thing. So the first rebuild I did with my computer, it's a PC, a long time ago, it had Windows 98 on it. The first time I did that, a full reinstall, a full rebuild, and a full ATX box, it was, I want to say 2001. And I ended up replacing everything on the inside. Just because it was so painful to do everything piece by piece. It was just better to do everything at one time. And minus the incident with one of my cousins, Quinn. Minus that hard drive incident, everything went well. After that, I ended up having a smaller hard drive, and that's okay. I learned some stuff. I also learned that, you know, when it says do not peel this, it means do not peel that. Otherwise, you will permanently break that device. So let's see how this looks now. Oh, that's a lot. You see that right there? That's a lot more space. So there's a lot more space so the air can flow through. That's all I really wanted. Just the air to flow through. So now let's put these guys on here. I guess I should have did that first. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. We gotta go back and do it. Everything we just did, we gotta undo. Dagnabbit. Because Carlton doesn't know what he's doing. Carlton should have screwed those guys in first. Now I see how this goes. This is a very far cry from radio control cars. I can tell you that right now. Very far cry from radio control cars. So I didn't notice this here originally, that my guys are sitting on stacks. So they're sitting on stacks. So I need to tighten each one of these guys up. And I'm going to show you in just one moment. Just give me a moment here. I'm trying not to go back in here and redo any of these things here. So let's go back in here. Up, 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 up. We just need to cradle that up. That's okay. We're totally fine. Let's get it back into the hole. You see, the most important thing here is the Raspberry Pi must connect to the touchscreen. This red and black cable is attached to some diodes right beneath it. Right here and right here. Those two is what gives this whole thing power. And what we have is a little mini stack right here, the bigger stack right here, and then we're going to put the other hat on top of that. As you can see, I'm going to screw it down over here. It's going to look a bit more easier. See why we're having a little screw problem here? It's because this one is screwed into the other one. And once it tightens up, it'll just come together, tighten up. Notice it won't go all the way, at least for this one, it's not going all the way in, all the way down, and that's okay. I'm not gonna complain about that. It's totally fine. And the last one, because we only need 3 of these things in here, but we still need this to connect to something. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this 4th one. Actually, nope. Nope, don't need that. We can use a regular, come on, let go. Oh, it's connected. Dag nabbit. Down, 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 down. Okay, if I use my finger here, I think I can get it to let it go. Just put some tension on it. Dealing with these small screws is really, really affected. Like right now, I just had a muscle pain right up in there. These are pains that I normally get if I'm drawing for hours and sketching and doodling for hours. So not the pains that I expect to have while assembling a computer component, but everything is so small. My hands are not dainty. Not anymore. Okay, so we have the 1, 2, 3. We also need to get this thing. We also have to get this thing here connected. And you know what? I could have probably used a nut in between these guys here. I probably could have. Looks like there's space for one. I'll think about that later. So I just need to tick this up here. This right here connects right there. And that is going to connect to this right here. Yeah. That's the way that's going to go. So you just need to pop this here. There we go. Just a little gentle tuck. And that should open up. And this is going to go oh, this is so weird. You're just going to tuck right in there. There we go. Just tucks right in there. Now I've noticed this is a very common issue here. A lot of people put these things on backwards. And I am not saying that mine is on the right way. But for now, I got the letters going up, which seems like the very wrong thing to do. So I'm going to flip it. Did I get it? No, but did I get it? There we go. So I'm going to flip it. Push down there, a little tuck, and push this down one more time. There we go. That looks sturdy and secure. And this is gonna flip. And you can see that's like a little flipper over here. Little flip up and flip down. So I'm gonna get that and bring it right over here. This does make sense, by the way, when this one here actually makes sense. So I'm just gonna bring it in and push it in there. I guess I gotta take my glasses off for this. I done dropped the SSD and everything. Jesus. There we go. Let's get this in here. Let's kind of line up the heads. Line up the teeth on this here. Once it's in there. So this kind of tech is what the iPod is built on too. It's basically the same stuff. And they have these weird, oh, I missed it. They have these weird clamps here and there. You gotta connect all the time. It's weird. I think I got it. Okay. So if there is a failure, it's generally gonna be the teeth here and the teeth there. You just gotta double check those guys to make sure that they're in proper alignment and stuff. So I think I want my cables out. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have my cables on the outside, not the inside. There we go. Try not to mess with that. And still gotta put that on. But let's go ahead and mount these guys here. Just gonna bring this forward. There we go. As I bring this forward, it's gonna hang right here. Oh, that just popped right out. Oh, that's gonna make me mad. Oh man. At least the bottom one is secure. That's the, you know what, securing your bottom, that's probably the most important. That's the wrong size screwdriver. Securing the bottom is probably the most important thing here. There we go. So we got this first screw in. And like I said, I kind of feel like I want to, when this whole thing is done, I'm going to turn around and put new nuts on here. Just to tighten it up, because I'm uncomfortable with that little bit of give that it has. I don't think it's going to affect anything, but you know, I get the feeling of, you know, tasing someone at a gas station while they're fueling up. Kind of feel like, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna start a fire somewhere. Somehow I'm gonna start a fire doing this here BS. And I just want to make sure. Oh my God, Carlton, you are horrible. Are you kidding me? No, you're not kidding. How did you do that? Oh my God, you're like an idiot. Oh my God, how is that even possible? I don't even know. You still put the wrong one on. Film is cheap because everything is digital now. So there's no reason for me to stop the tape because there is no tape. There is no tape. Oh my God. These are epic failures. So I am unscrewing what I just screwed on because I chose the wrong size again. I'm not batting 1,000 over here. I'm not batting at all. Just swinging and missing. Swing, miss, swing, miss. Okay. Bring it over. This is like 101 of what not to do. Okay. Everybody looks about the right height. I still question that extra give. But the extra give is in the bottom layer. And we can work without that right now. There we go. We're still in focus, we're still in frame. That's all we care about. There we go. Although we're doing this in a very horrible way. Let's do a quality check, make sure. Yep, everything is on there sideways and good. The other one goes right here. So what is important? The important thing is I am giving myself some space in between so that when the fan does have to kick on, it'll be able to breathe. But we have stack 1, stack 2, 1 and 2 hats, plus the screen. The diodes are connected as well. So far, everything should basically pan out. This is just the only weird thing here is this part right here. Hang on, do they have a hole here for it? Are you kidding? Did they put a hole there for it to go straight through? Is that what they did? Possibly. It does seem like a weird thing, but that hole looks very appealing. At least right now it does. Because yeah, that hole looks like, oh my God, you could send it straight through that son of a gun. Interesting. I just wanted to bring it over like this. Oh, I see why that won't work. Oh, you guys are killing me. That hole is there. I've seen other people with one of these, a version of these guys here, and they come around from the outside. This one has a hole in the middle. We're doing this a third time? We're doing this like a third time. Yeah, this is horrible. It's because I suck at this. It's because I suck at this. And I don't have the instructions that I apparently have lost. Okay. Let's see if we can. Oh my God. No, you might as well loosen that too. We're just taking the whole freaking thing apart at this point. Yeah. So this hole is to push this through. Because when you do push it through, your SSD is going to sit on top of that. So what you want is this to go right up in there. Just need you guys to get in that hole. Get in that hole. And it's going to be underneath. This is kind of tricky here. I've never seen anything like this before. I've never seen anything so finicky like this before. Is this because I got a cheap version? The cheapest on the market I could find? I don't know. seems like I'm wrestling with this a lot. Like, I don't know off Amazon, so I can always take this freaking thing back. Have I reached the maximum amount of frustration yet? I don't know. I was going to do this live. I'm not doing this live. Because I knew I was going to run into some kind of frustrations like this. Oh, my nail flipped it down. You kidding? Oh. Okay. So we're doing this a totally different way now. Ah! Ooh. I heard that. That sounded good. And it's nice and deep inside there. Okay. So oh, there we go. So we got this, and we got to bringing it down. We're also bringing it down to this other guy down here. That whole traumatic thing I just went through, I might have to fast forward all of that stuff. Whew. I think I got it. Oh, man. Not easy. Like, I'm good with hardware, but that was a little on the complex side. It makes more sense because the SSD has to go across that. Once I visually saw that coming up next, I'm like, oh, this isn't good. And it's a little on the later side that I wanted to be up, but I just didn't feel like trying to either download the diagram of how to assemble this here, because it is a simple unit. I mean, this is not complex at all. I'm making it. I feel like my lack of experience with this type of hardware is making it more difficult for me to visualize this here. But we're on point. We got this. So these are the stacks that I'm not going to use. The parts that I'm not going to use because it wasn't necessary. But as you can see, it did come with parts that came with this kit. It came there's these parts here in a little baggie came with the black thing on top, the SSD hat. But some of the screws and stuff that's in here came in this bigger kit, and the bigger kit I needed these to make it really work. So we needed the male-female parts to make it actually fit in there. And now we can get our SSD, attach it. And of course the screw thing is way over there in the wrong one. Why did I even put that over there? Give me one moment. Did I do that? Yeah, I did that. I don't even know why it's over there. Oh no, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that. Oh, God. gonna use the one that came with the actual kit. So that's the regular size or whatever. No, that's a 2280. Yeah, 2280. And I'm not using a 2280. I'm using a 2242. Oh no. I'm just gonna just roll. Roll it gently down the streets. If we can just keep this right here, drop it right there. We don't have to. You see how big my hand is in the way here? It's not that easy for my hands, my fingers. Oh, come back here, you. Oh. Let go of the roll. I think it will. No. Where'd the screw go? Oh, it went straight to screw is too short. You know, I've run into this before. This is something I've run into before. Hang on a second. One of my SSD enclosures, it had shorties on it too. And I was really, really ticked off about that. Yeah. I think this one will be better. I'm trying to remember, how did I come up with the solution last time? Oh, excuse me. Because I know I came up with a solution somehow, some way. Why is that up here? This is what I should be screwed into. Why is it up there? So I guess I have to temporarily stop here because I don't know why my guy is up there like that. I just don't know why he's like that. Because this should be going all the way down, but it's stuck right here. This gold tip. I need this gold tip off and to be moved down here to the 2242. That's going to be for a later date. That's not for tonight. I can't do anything else tonight. I am done. I am done for the night. And for those who play video games with me, you will get that joke. I am done. Yeah, and I don't want to put this right beneath the fan, because if I put it right beneath the fan, if it failed, it would fall directly into the fan. I will research this though. As you can see, it does work. I think the the new Pi has a power button now. So where is the power button? Oh, there we go. I think the Pi is about to come on. Yep, it is coming on right now. And there it is. And the power supply that I'm tapped into right now is not compatible with... Oh, the spring popped out. What the hell? Oh, spring popped. Oh, the Pi spring. Oh my God, we have a disaster. We have a disaster. It's not a total disaster, but the spring holding down the fan just popped up. Now that could be a disaster. That could be a disaster waiting to happen right there. Okay. Yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna turn this thing off. Shut down. I don't think that broke. It didn't break. But it does express some sloppiness. Oh. Okay. Technically, this is the second day. I did get a chance to see how bad my video was yesterday. It was not the best. It was not the best at all. But at the very end of the video, I said to myself, you know what? I don't know when I'm going to find this other SSD. And because the SSD... Oh, man, I have the wrong screwdriver again. I sure as heck do. I can. Oh, there we go. Because I realized that these guys, meaning the whoever made this actual device, this hat, they really wanted this to be a full size one. And I'm like, you know what? I got one, but I don't have the extra screw tip to put in here. I already checked. It's not going to work out. So you know what I did? I said, screw it. I'll just go and get a standard size SSD. Now I'm hoping this works out. This is 128 gigabytes. That's more than enough space. I really didn't need the 256. I got this at a fairly dirt cheap price, and as long as the teeth are correct, this is like a no-name brand too. But as long as the teeth are correct, this should work out just fine. It doesn't really have to be the exact one I want. Just have to be good enough or close enough. So what I'm going to end up doing is popping this guy here out. And notice everything is still exactly... Oh, shoot. Move my foot and messing things up. Everything is still in the exact same spot as before. Oh, this one has a heat sink on top. That's a little odd, and it's bent. That's so weird. Okay. I'm still going to accept you as is. Oh, no, it's like really, really flimsy. That is so freaking flimsy. That is really flimsy. Look at that. That is so flimsy. Should I even trust this stuff? I don't know. We'll find out in a second. I'm just going to curve it up just a little bit. Poor quality on their side. It feels like maybe a little bit of adhesive and the goo. The goo is this stuff right here. It's this stuff right here. Thermal paste. So I wanted to also show you, before I pop this in completely, I don't see it offhand. The only thing that really matters is the teeth. The teeth match. The other one actually had 3 teeth. This one has 2 teeth, but the teeth are on the right hand side. That means it will fit. If the teeth are on the left hand side, we're in trouble. There we go. Ooh, looks like this one came with a screw as well. I will take that screw. Just one moment here. It's actually embedded in here. Come on, guys. They don't make this easy, do they? There we go. Yeah, and of course it's flat and wide. And just kind of drop it down. The screwdriver I'm using is a little bit bigger than the one that came with this SSD. Doing a lot of screwing and a lot of not doing. Yeah, it's not going in there. Are you kidding me? That's okay though. I had a backup. I had a backup for this here because I expect many failures. So all this has to do is hit it and stick it. There you go. It's sticking it. All right. So now we have a full size SSD on here. This is an M.2, by the way. And this is the way it is going to look. Not the fanciest. Looks kind of jerry-rigged. I got to be very gentle with this here top because it is a little bit on the sensitive side. I think they just slapped this whole thing on there just so that they can get, what's that thing? The logo on there. But I know I've got somebody else's heat sink and stuff, and I might use theirs instead. But I don't have to turn this on again, but this is where we are so far. I still have not adjusted that looseness. And again, the reason why we want to adjust that is these floating diodes, I believe they're called diodes. They just float and they touch the actual pins up here. This red and black pin. This is the power. So I gotta make sure I secure that better because I think it's holding on to it even though it's moving around. But I don't want it to move around like that. Oh, no, that separates. Dag nabbit. Yeah, so if it comes loose, it'll power off. Oh, my God. We can fix that. This can be fixed. This can be fixed. And that's the end of this video. This time for real. And if I do it right, I'm going to give a really good explanation of this is for the people that just want to hear some crap in the background. I will be your crap. I will be your crap in the background for 40 minutes or so. And that's it.